One of the things I don't like about YouTube is that it's very easy to think that you have to be a guru. A guru says, this is what you should do. A guide says, hey, here's how I did it and maybe it can work for you. It means that creating videos becomes a way more effortless thing. You don't have to be a guru, you can be a guide.
You gotta just press record.
Hey, what's up? Sean Cano here with Think Media. In today's episode, we are bringing you a clip from our recent Grow With Video Summit with Ali Abdaal, where he revealed how he outlines and scripts his videos. Now, there's so many nuggets in this training. You're gonna love it. And by the way, if you want to jump on the wait list for the next Grow With Video Summit, where we bring together some of today's top video experts so you can learn their secrets, there's a link to join the wait list in the description down below. All right, let's jump into the content with Ali Abdaal.
We start off with a concept, which is sort of something about self-worth going up. Now I need to think about title, thumbnail, and hook. So how to raise your self-worth? What I'm thinking about is this really the best framing for this topic? Like, what is the framing of this video that would make this have the best chance of getting views? So, okay, so we've got self-esteem from Psych to Go. Ooh, watch this if you're struggling with your self-worth. 1.2 million views. That seems promising. Essentially, I'll just go through YouTube and I'll think, okay, other than the title of how to raise your self-worth, is there a better way of framing this video? Is it about self-esteem? Is it about self-worth? Is it about not caring what other people think? Is it about how to be more confident in yourself? Okay, how to be more confident. Could I frame a video about self-worth based on confidence? This is sort of the thought process because, you know, one of the things that I've really realized about YouTube over time is that 80% of the value is in these two things. Literally 80%. It's the concept, the title, and the thumbnail, and the hook. If you can get this stuff right, it like massively increases your chances of this video potentially going big and potentially growing your channel, which is why it's worth not just going with the first title that comes to mind, how to raise your self-worth, but to think about like, what are the different alternative framings of this title that I could potentially do? Something around confidence seems to be getting more views than something around self-worth. Now, crucially, I can still make a video about self-worth, but the packaging of the video is just in the initial framing of it. I know I want to do a video about self-worth, and if I can frame it in the language of confidence, what might that look like? This is literally what we go through when we do our thingies. Now we think, okay, cool. What's point number one? What's point number two? And what's point number three? Okay, so if I were doing this video, how to raise your self-worth or how to become more confident, I would be kind of, point number one would be get out of your own way, where I would say something about kind of most of the blockers that hold us back are internal blockers. We think that it's actually external circumstances, but actually it's internal blockers, etc. That's point number one. The next thing I'm going to say is that competence equals confidence. So it's very hard to have high self-worth if you've never done anything interesting, some might say. So competence equals confidence equals evidence. And the third thing I would say is affirmations or something. I actually think affirmations are great. Affirmations and mantras. Okay, good. These are the only three things I'm saying in this video. The video is about how to raise your self-worth or how to be more confident or something like that. I'll finalize the title. Get out your own way. Competence equals confidence. Affirmations and mantras are like a nice thing to do. Then I have a video creation framework that's called the Hives framework. H stands for hook. I stands for intro. V stands for value. And ES stands for end screen sales pitch. If you guys don't know this already, the Think Media gang have done some solid videos talking about this as well. At the end of your videos, we don't want to hear any of this. It's like, comment, subscribe, blah, blah, blah. As soon as the audience gets even a whiff that the video is about to end, they will click off the video. So we need an end screen sales pitch. Hey, if you guys enjoyed this video, you're going to love this video over here where I break down in more detail exactly how to be more confident when you're feeling awkward in social situations. So check out that video right over here. That's the end screen. Not, all right, guys, you know, this was a really hard video to make. You know, I really appreciate all the love I'm getting, all the support I'm getting from you guys. Oh man, I just love reading the comments. It's so nice. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. You know, drop a comment down below and let me know what you think. Blah, blah, blah. People are just going to turn off and you'll see your end screen like retention absolutely plummet. We want an end screen sales pitch. We want a hook. To me, the hook is just the promise. I think with educational content, hooks are easy enough. The Think Media YouTube channel actually does a really good job of hooks. We often use Think Media's YouTube channel as a thing, as like an example when we teach sessions for our own YouTuber Academy. because you guys do a really good job of, I remember one of Omar's videos was, in this video, I'm going to show you how to set up the perfect studio setup with a budget with under $100. Let's get into it. It's like, oh, that's a nice hook. Omar El-Takori is telling me exactly what I'm getting in this video. Because essentially, when someone clicks on the title and thumbnail, what we're doing is we're creating an expectation in the viewer's mind. So the Think Media video of how to set up your studio with under $100, I click on that video expecting to learn how to set up a studio for under $100. Now with educational content, I can get away with my hook basically just being the title of the video. So if my title of the video is how to raise your self-worth or how to be more confident, in this video, I'm going to share my top 3 tips for how you can be more confident. Easy. That's a hook. That's the promise. We don't need to overthink it. The nice thing about educational channels is we don't need to do, oh my God, guys, in this video, we're going to give $1 million to the person who's got the highest self-confidence, and we're going to go on a trip, and we're also going to do this, and we're also going to do that sort of stuff is kind of necessary in the world of entertainment. Thankfully, it's not massively necessary in the world of education if what you have to say is sufficiently valuable. So the hook is just the promise. In this video, we're going to go over 3 tips that you can use to level up your self-worth and your confidence, especially in situations where you're struggling. Next up, we have an intro. Now, the intro is optional, but if there's only one thing that you take away from this talk, I would recommend you figure out what your intro would be. You don't have to include an intro in every video, but I personally think it's a good idea. An intro is who are you and why should the audience care? Who are you and why should the audience care? In my humble opinion, the point of the intro is to explain who you are, welcome the audience to your channel, and give them a sense of your credibility. What is interesting about you that would, audiences are paying for your video. They're not paying with their dollars, they're paying with their time and their attention, which is even more valuable than money. So what is it about you that is deserving of their time and attention? You can do that within your intro. So for example, for me, 7 years ago, I started making videos aimed at medical school applicants in the UK. And so I would say, hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Ali. I'm a final year medical student at Cambridge University. And in this video, I'm going to talk about how to do your interview prep if you're applying to med school. The fact that I'm a final year medical student at Cambridge University is a massive flex, and it's social proof and it's credibility. And it's like, oh, this guy knows his stuff. That's why he's talking about this. I was giving a talk yesterday at this sort of marketing conference, and I called on someone in the audience, and she makes videos about public speaking, and she has been a public speaking coach for 10 years and has had 30 years of experience as a singer-songwriter traveling around the world and doing performances in public. So her intro should be like, hey everyone, my name is Lisa. I spent 30 years touring the world as a singer-songwriter, and so I'm very familiar with the stage, and I've been coaching public speaking for the last 10 years. That's why in this video, we're going to be talking about public speaking, blah, 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 blah. It is so much easier to grow a YouTube channel when you actually have some real world credibility for the thing that you're trying to teach in the world of education. Yes, you could be a 17-year-old life coach if you really want to, but it's very hard to grow a YouTube channel as a 17-year-old life coach. If anyone here is over the age of 30, like me, I turned 30 like a couple weeks ago, you're actually at an advantage in educational content because a lot of YouTubers are targeting people who are kids. They want to go for the views. They're playing the fame game. They're like, oh, I want my videos to go viral. But really, videos go viral when they appeal to young people. And if your channel or your business, and ideally both, appeals to people who are slightly older, people in their 30s, 40s, or 50s, people in their 30s tend to have money. People in their teens and 20s tend to be broke. It is very difficult to build a business catering to broke people. It's a lot easier to build a business catering to people who actually have money. So your intro, I think, should be some sort of thing that explains who you are and why you are credible. So for example, self-worth and confidence. Here is what I would do. Hook. In this video, we're going to talk about my top 3 tips for raising your self-worth so that you can be more confident in any situation. Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Ali. I'm a doctor turned entrepreneur, and I'm the author of the New York Times bestseller, Feel Good Productivity, Flex Flex. And I've been making YouTube videos now for 7 years, and in that time, I've made over 900 YouTube videos. Now, when I started out, I was super unconfident. I had very low self-worth. I had imposter syndrome all the time. And now 7 years later, I've learned so much along the way, and I've learned all these strategies and tools that I can use to be more confident. And now I feel like I genuinely do love myself. I genuinely have high self-worth, and now I get invited to give talks and do stuff live, and it's just super fun. And so in this video, I really want to share everything I've learned along the way. Hook, intro, and why I'm the person to do this. Crucially, you don't need to have You don't need to have major flex credentials. One major credential you could have is just the fact that you used to struggle with the thing and now you don't struggle with it anymore. So you have learned something along the way. It's one of the things I don't like about YouTube is that it's very easy to think that you have to be a guru. A guru is someone who has all the answers. But I don't like being a guru. I prefer to be a guide. A guru says, this is what you should do. A guide says, hey, here's how I did it, and maybe it can work for you. You don't have to be a guru, you can be a guide. So if you, like me, and you struggle with being a guru, and like you look at, I don't know, ClickFunnels sales pages and stuff, and you think, oh, it's a bit much, it feels too salesy. Don't worry, you don't have to be a guru, you can just be a guide. And so reiterating in your intro that actually this topic is this thing that you've learned about, is something that you have personal experience in, that can really help viewers feel more relaxed, feel more like they can trust you. And it's a thing that you can just do for any video. Then you give them the value, which is point 1, point 2, and point 3, and then you give them the end screen sales page. And now the video is done. And honestly, this is the level of prep I do for most of my videos. Point 1, point 2, and point 3. Maybe I'll write it out in Notion a bit. Maybe I'll add a few bullet points to be like, okay, competence equals confidence. Maybe I want to cite this study. I think I'll use Bandura's self-efficacy because I'm familiar with the research around it. Maybe I can talk about my book there. Yep, cool, that's fine. Affirmations and mantras. I can talk about manifestation and how that works. I can talk about Hebb's law in neuroscience, that neurons that fire together wire together. And so actually, if you repeat something often enough to yourself, you genuinely start to believe the thing. Okay, cool, yep, I can talk about that. So that makes it a bit juicier. And getting out of your own way, internal blockers. Well, I can talk about how 80% of all issues are emotional issues. When it comes to business, when it comes to YouTube, when it comes to anything. I don't really have any data for that stat, but that's fine. And okay, cool, yep, I'm ready to film the video. This is literally the process that I use to make videos. And this is what I've been doing for the last 900 plus videos on my channel over the last 7 years, because I found that when I have to spend freaking ages trying to research the topic, it takes the joy out of it, it makes it take way too long, and ideally, I would like to make a YouTube channel that is a guide, it's not a guru. A guide doesn't need to do research. A guide can just say, hey, I've done this thing, and here's what I've learned along the way, and I hope you find it useful. This is hook, intro, value, and screen sales pitch. This is the method that I use to try and kind of be more consistent, and it means that creating videos becomes a way more effortless thing that's happening.
If you liked this video, then click or tap the screen to check out part 1 with Ali Abdaal, where he shares how to make YouTube videos 10 times faster. You can also check out show notes and resources in the description down below. I'm Sean Cannell, your guide to building a profitable YouTube channel, and I'll catch you in the next one.